So, round of 64. Okay, Gens versus AT Legends. We have a lovely set here for you guys. And without further ado, we have the draft for you here, as well as the maps on the screen. So, OK Gens has selected Banbara, and Not Me, or AT Legends, has selected Arena. OK Gens with Italians, Indians, Spanish, and Ethiopians. Then Not Me, Franks, Berbers. So, should be very interesting set. Evening, sir.
Yep, looking forward to it. I know Not Me, I guess that's what we'll call him. He's AT Legend in the bracket. He was a very last minute sign up. I actually just ran into him on the ranked queue like a day before the tournament happened. And yeah, he remembered having practiced with me for a previous tournament. We chatted a little bit. Glad he signed up.
Yeah, sure. So, going into the game here in just a second, guys. I forgot to earth. Sorry here. Ento. Second. Should have it. Second. But we are ready. Count us down, Jabari.
Everything looks good to go on my end. Count it down.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. So, in the gray, we have AT Legend playing with the Berber Civilization. Across from him, OK Gens with the Italians. Boy, oh boy, do we have an interesting matchup here.
Yep, first thing juicy, the maps are still overlaying the screen.
Oh, failure, my fault. All gone. Anyways, here we are. Italians against Berbers. A very interesting Civ matchup. Obviously, Italians create Gen Louise Bow. Quite an interesting one. Obviously, having to mask that, however, will be quite difficult needing a castle to produce these. But nonetheless, should be interesting to see if we have that situation. Stone is forward here. Gold's both off the sides. Berries close to the opponent, I guess closer to the opponent, but overall in a pretty good position, so close to town center. On the other side, AT Legends here has a beautiful back gold and berries wood line back there as well, but not much else back there. Stone, I suppose, but looking fairly good here. I think, Jabari. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting selection. We have seen Italians picked on Arabia previously in this last bracket, so it's not unheard of, uncommon. But again, like you said, I wouldn't classify them as top tier Arabia civilization. But nonetheless, see what happens here. Obviously, Genbo probably going to be the unit of choice, but for sure, you would think they'd be on the front here to safeguard the front of your base. But, I mean, to be fair, he could wall up just back here, I suppose. Have the gold safe, his berry safe, his wood line not too far from safe. I mean, it's a very strange map gen for him, as all of his wood lines are forward, minus that large one in the back. So, see if that has much to do with his play style here, as he will go out for the other boar. For sure. I mean, it's definitely an interesting map every time. Cute! No, tell me he's... Could have swore they could... Yeah, I've got you on live here. I can boost your volume a little bit more, but... some things... I mean, I boosted you to like 170 on Discord. So, we'll see if that helps out. There's me, then there's silence. Oh boy. The heat. Me adjust this here. Then. I'm just gonna zoom out on the map, guys. Not much happening. Obviously, just walls up coming at the moment. So, a quick second. Situate. Alright, testing Jabari, hello. Hearing him. Hearing him. Hearing him. Ha! It's unfortunate. Try leaving and coming back, see if that helps, I guess, real quick. Alright guys, so as you can tell, we were having a bit of audio issues here, so we are going to jump ahead to the segment. After spending a few minutes fixing the audio, we are going to bounce to just ever so slightly. I do apologize, but the easiest way to make this, hopefully you enjoy. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Alright, guys. We're trying this out again here. Alright. Alright, guys. So, we're at a sad crossroads here right now. Don't want to do it without Jabari, but we have no Jabari audio coming to the stream. I'm trying two more things. Trying two more things here, guys. Keep talking, Jabari. I need your volume bars.
Testing. Yes! Yes!
That work?
We're in. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Okay. Jesus. Alright. Again, apologies for the delays. Oh, Nightmare City. Alright, you ready, Jabari?
Yeah, let's just cast this for sure.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool.
Alright. Well, apparently you guys didn't hear Jabari, except for the very beginning, but we were talking about the Civ matchup a little bit. Obviously, Italian's not something we see a ton of here on this map. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's a pretty decent Civ, all things considered, and against Berbers, possibly favored if they can get the Genbo numbers up.
Yeah, I suppose there's a pretty good matchup, in just that the Italian unique unit, like, matches up favorably to most Berber comps. But just, like, an overall tier level, Berbers is stronger, and, I mean, in Arabia, I don't know, man, you can't really just say that a good unique unit matchup makes, the Civ preferred. Like, a lot of these Arabia games are kind of decided before a castle comes down.
No, for sure. I mean, and that's kind of the situation. It's an awkward position, and the wall ups are even more awkward for me. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, dude, we were able to fix it, thankfully. I have no idea. I just uninstalled every audio that I had and installed them all, basically. So whatever happened, it worked out. Sorry, Jabari, I know you were in panic mode over there.
Yeah, it's cool. I appreciate you exhausting all options to try and get it fixed. I mean, the strategy of just like turning everything off and on, restarting things does fix like 90% of technical problems, so I'm glad it worked.
For sure. Scouts from AT Legends here, who is housed and actually grabbing Wheelbarrow now. Could get in, might be able to find some damage, but even if he gets in, not sure he'll find a whole lot here. Archers coming over, villager, so this rush shouldn't get much of anything accomplished here other than one villager building houses.
I mean, it's preventing the archers from moving out in small numbers. It's given him a lot of like map knowledge and vision. I mean, when both players are full walled, having 3 scouts out, you know, even if they don't do any damage whatsoever, is pretty good.
For sure. Looking at the res, really looks like AT Legends with a little bit more on food here is sitting pretty good with food count at the moment. I think he's already going to build a market, dropping more farms here, it looks like, shortly, and headed to gold as he's realized his mistake in his walls here. Goes and rectifies that, so does have a stone within his walls now.
Yeah, but you know, these tight walls from AT Legend are actually great. His gold is, you know, far outside of archer range. Tight walls are kind of much easier to defend. I mean, he just has everything that he needs within him.
Yeah. All in all, both players in a good position, though. I mean, OK Gen's having a lot less idle time here with this DC. It's 1:09 to 10 seconds at the so a little bit of a rough position there, but AT Legends does have Wheelbarrow. OK Gen's does not. It's the villager discrepancy plus the idle time there.
Yeah, I mean, like, at 1300, 1400 elo, like, 2 Vils worth of idle time in Feudal Age, of course, it's, like, bad. You're going to want to address that, but, I mean, it kind of doesn't really determine much. When the fights actually happen, whichever player does better in Feudal, I expect to gain much more than 2 Vils worth of advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great for both here. Very passive, no early barracks plays with Drushes or Man-at-Arms, and both players probably pretty happy with their position right now. I mean, don't see a reason not to be, as AT Legends clicks up to the Castle Age already. OK Gen's a bit farther behind here, but he is going to be trying to move forward with these archers, potentially building this gate here.
Yeah, I mean, OK Gens, I think, is in a great spot. He's going to have a crossbow mass when he hits the next age. AT Legends walls are excellent for Feudal Age, but they're kind of completely pointless versus crossbows. And if the crossbows can get into that base, they're going to be able to range a lot very easily. I think that OK Gens is going to have a lovely power spike when he does hit the next stage.
AT Legends adding stable number 2 behind this, and sitting at a good food count, obviously, with all these farms, getting his upgrades here, which will be nice, but this early crossbow mass could be something to watch out for. Obviously, these archers are going forward, and OK Gens has yet to click up, so it is not looking that promising. They will be alive. Obviously, a few knights could probably deal with the.
Yeah, I was completely mistaken. I didn't realize that AT Legend was on the way to Castle Age. These crossbows, or these archers, are gonna probably be best off if they run and hide until they're crossbows.
Yeah, and villager sniped already here.
Yep, and people are looking up AT Legend on the various Elo trackers and seeing that he has an unusual profile. I played with him a bit myself. I vouched for his status as a sub 1500 player. He's just a guy who doesn't play ranked 1v1s, but I've played with him, and his Elo is certainly accurate.
Yeah. Well, and being as this is looking to be a rough spot here with these archers running back, which is the right move here, and OK Gen's definitely good on him to save these and bring them home. He will have quite the mass of archers here, already 23 of them on the field and producing them all the time. We'll see what happens here. OK Gen's even vouching for AT Legends in chat here, so don't get too upset, guys. We're not thinking Smurf situation. All right.
Yeah, we were actually like really strict with the smurfing things. There's a few players who really wanted into this bracket who we excluded because I mean they just had too many alt accounts. Something was fishy. They had too high of a max, too high of a current elo. We would really like the winner of this tournament to be a true less than 1500 player at time of sign up.
Yeah, and not only that, but almost everyone in this bracket has been vouched for by someone in the Discord or in an associated Discord. We have gone around and checked up on all the profiles. Crossbow, Botkin, and Thumbring. So not super often you see all three of those right off the bat, especially Thumbring. That's an expensive tech here, but
Yep, well, I love it. These crossbows are in good enough numbers that they should be able to take engagements versus knights out in the open, assuming they're properly microed. They'll be able to just do so much damage at this eco. I mean, as an archer player, I would feel very good in OK Gen's position right now.
yeah, 26 military, not fully upgraded, only missing one armor though, and it's 24 minutes in the game. Been playing at this point.
Yeah, but crossbow's getting a nice surround on the knights there.
Yeah, awkward. Takes a Vil out first, actually, which is a nice little pick off there. Knights and scouts trying to break into the base here, but we do have archers at home dealing with this. Honestly, should probably just garrison the town center here, make sure they don't get in. But
I think that he probably has enough control that he knows what's going on here. Maybe not. Is he actually going to let these in from within range of the TC?
they are in.
Well, that is a huge mistake. This is completely unnecessary, as I see other knights already in the base. I guess he's got some major distractions going on, which is why he let that go down there.
Yeah, I think he's busy trying to micro this military on the front and just left it be. A little bit unfortunate. There's a hole in the wood line. It could be a big moment here, but like those things are all tightened up. There are only a few of them here. Crossbow numbers should be massed soon. And these crossbows are into the main eco here, and if this wood line gets found, if he dives past this TC, this game may be over very quickly.
Yep, I love the dive here. I mean, he can open another hole. He doesn't need to exit through the same way he came. I guess he's starting to already think that way as a Mangonel comes. I would suspect he'll run from the Mangonel, man. In a tournament, seeing how cautious these guys have been playing, yeah, I mean, just an unnecessary risk to dance with that.
Yeah, and crossbow numbers starting to get masked up here at home, so these knights and scouts shouldn't be around for too much longer, even repairing this time. Crossbows moving forward, but the wood line has been pretty much abandoned, minus this one Vil who's just headed out here to her death, but all in all, can't complain too much here.
Yeah, pretty even game. I guess OK Gens is pulling away in both eco and army, but fundamentally, the players are kind of booming while counterattacking effectively. But it looks like neither
OK
player
Gens
really.
with the trap. Sorry, they trapped. But there's a hole. There's a hole between them. No, he got it. All right, sorry. I had to do it.
Yeah, no, this is like an awesome trap. This is going to clean up like the majority of AT Legends army, which, you know, is kind of sloppy of him to leave so unattended here.
Yeah, and he was doing a good job pressuring with this, and unfortunately he will not have it now, which is going to hurt him a little bit, as that will go down. We still have, as the crossbows get hit by the mangonel, but still has a good army size. Oh, maybe not so much anymore. Big mangonel shots. Repairing the mangonel, that was worth every bit right there.
Yeah, and as the archer player, that sets you back so tremendously. I mean, often moments like that can be identified as the moment at which you lost the game. And yeah, Yo-Yo suggests that AT Legend go all in Knights. Looking at his farm count, he has to choose between Vills and Knights, and he's choosing Vills at this point. AT Legend probably wants to win this in the later game. I'd guess he probably feels a little confident in the Civ matchup.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going to have a castle up. We're having the third town center come down here for OK Gens, so it's going to really change the situation now, because 4 TC Boom with Mangonel Knight is still going to be extremely good, but where's he going to push?
It's kind of a fake boom, though. I mean, I guess he does have a lot of farms, but his total bills work in the farms are not even enough to keep 2 of those TCs running.
Yeah, I guess he only has 10 on food right now. He is dropping some more on the front here, though, so maybe he's going to try to adjust his situation. Knights are looping back around here. I think he plugged this hole. Looks like it. Can go underneath this town center, though. May idle some economy. But we do have the beloved Genbos on the field already as well. So, before long, those will be an unfortunate surprise for AT Legends here, as he's going to try to house wall here. Might lose some Vills on the front, but overall going to try to keep his economy safe. Nope, there is always a hole.
Yeah, tricky to wall using the TC there, with certain parts of it being passable. But you know what? It's not bad at all for these Knights to get in. The army's here in defense. And OK Gens, despite losing so much to that Mangonel, is still actually looking great.
Yeah, I mean, the villager count has equalized, though. It's really just military numbers and Imperial Age for OK Gens, so... Whew, hello, fast Imperial at this point, I feel like, with all this going on. Whew.
Yeah, OK Gens is looking awesome. Genoese are just great here. I mean, Arbalest would also just be great here. He's got a castle up, so he'll be able to bring the Trebs earlier. AT Legends game plan, I guess, of like just booming up and going for overwhelming cavalry, looks like it's not going to be performed in time at all.
Yeah, for sure. And the boom into death, potentially. Even with this castle here, like you said, Siege can come forward so quickly. And the crossbow Genbo army, which is only 3 Genbos, but more into queue here. Coming forward, this castle could very well be denied. Mangonels won't be in place to stop or prevent this from being denied right away, but they should be sent forward.
Yep, and this castle is absolutely vital. It's a great position, but as the player who's later up to Imp with an army that kind of loses in a straight-up fight to the enemy's army, I worry that this castle will get shredded down, you know, just minutes after going up.
Will we have an army, though? The Mangonels are here. They are not upgraded yet.
You know, I think he's learned his lesson. Oh my god, he's trying to engage it. Why?
He has learned no such lesson. He has lost almost all of his military. Yet again, AT Legends KD is 56 to 24 right now, just from Mangonel shots, essentially.
That's so unnecessary. Between the faster Imp and that army, I mean, he had everything he needed to win the game. It's just a great rule of thumb that, like, when you're about to hit a new age, you preserve your army so you can take the fight once you have the pumped up stats. But I guess he is confident, wrongfully, in his ability to microverse Mangonels.
Very wrongfully. I mean, that hurts. He had the military, like you said, to win the game here. And taking another 2 minutes to get upgrades. He would have had an R, but these mangonels wouldn't even pose a threat. He'd outrange them. Now, he'll have to treb this castle down. The really bad thing for AT Legends, though, is this is his only gold on the map right now. These 2 tiles. So, it's going to be very important to see what he does here. He has clicked the Imperial Age, so honestly, those mangonel shots could be what we look back to, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, as an archer player, numbers are just absolutely everything, and he's thrown like 50 to mangonels, and he's gotten almost no value for it. I mean, that last fight in particular was just completely unnecessary. I guess he wanted to deny the castle, but I mean, your army is just your win condition. Why do that?
Yeah, and again, the Knights are trying to get in here for AT Legends. Looks like he will break in. There are town centers all over the place here, though, so it will be hard to find damage, as we have a few Arbalest defense already. Ballistics finally coming in, which is notably something that we were missing here for OK Gens, but picking up that much earlier, Ballistics being laid wouldn't really have changed much should he have had a massive army here. He does have a Treb out on the field already. Few gen bows, but Imperial Age only a minute away here. Problem for AT Legends, there's the military. He's shifting into Skirmisher. He just lost almost all of his knights, has 5 more left on the field. He is only producing out of 2 stables right now.
And Skirmisher is a good choice, as OK Gens just further commits to defending against cavalry. Yeah, I don't think OK Gens has seen a skirm yet, but as it stands right now, he is gonna get completely countered by these skirms, assuming that AT Legend waits till he has a decent mass to take the fight.
Yeah, and OK Gen's actually teching into pikemen as well, so skirmishers will do well against those.
Yep, though they're taking this fight with like a 4-to-1 numbers disadvantage. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah, Mangonel is here though. Mangonels have changed things for AT Legends here a few times. Oof, that shot did not miss by much.
Yeah, and surprisingly, OK Gens is not showing any signs of thinking of switching up his comp. Long term, he's gonna need to make some sort of pivot. I hope this doesn't turn out like this. You know, I forget which player it was, but there was a player who just committed to mass Genbo no matter what for the entire game 1. And, you know, it's a fine, unique unit. It can do all right, but he needs something that trades effectively against skirms.
Yeah, he was taking into Halb and saw the skirm and has now started to get cavalry armor, so I think we'll see him shift in his own cavalry, probably going into Hussar, light cav here, obviously in the short term, but
yeah, I like it. Genbo, light cav, Treb feels like it can win versus Berbers.
it would be hard for people to watch your stream at 1440. That's so.
I know nothing about the world of streaming, so that's on you, man.
I'm pretty sure that it is available in 1440p. Just saying. But maybe I'm wrong. Skirmisher is pushing back the Genbos here. This is a good massed up army. Not an option? Alright, well, I'll have to look into that again, sir. Thank you for letting me know. Armies mass now. AT Legends is in a better position economically. Alright, some people have 1440 as an option. Alright, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I have 1440 as well.
Alright. 1080p is most streamers' option. Yeah, well. I may have built a computer that I probably shouldn't have. Oh, you only supports 1080. I believe there are options, sir. Nonetheless, Summering coming in now. The unfortunate thing is these Genbo will slaughter these Cavalier here. It's a bad engagement, losing all of his Cavalier in the beginning here. But skirmishers will come over and these Genbos will be in trouble.
Yeah.
Retreat.
Yeah, it does look like AT Legend might be winning this at this point with pure macro. I mean, if you just look at his queue, it's a lot better. OK Gens is making the absolute horrible low elo sin of stopping Vil production too early. I guess AT Legend has also stalled his production, but he has like a very healthy Vil lead at the moment.
Yeah, and this castle's starting to get hit by bombard cannons. I mean, things are starting to look pretty good here for AT Legends. Gonna put a castle right back in the spot that he lost first castle from. Do have some scouting going on in the map, but all in all, I mean, looking very good. Elite Genbo coming in next. OK Gen's kind of in trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just looks like AT Legend is gonna, reach max pop here with an army that is decently paired with OK Gens. And OK Gens, I mean, if he was relying on Genbo, losing this castle is going to completely remove that option. I guess he has 2 other castles still, but he's not queuing them.
Yeah, he's coming forward just to snipe the bombard cannons, which is nice, but that is very costly for him still, as he's going to lose his main army here if he keeps doing this, and the Cavalier can just pick and choose when they dive. Genoese are so weak as far as HP, only 50 HP. Skirmishers have a very good exchange with them.
Yeah, the presence of the skirms just makes the Genoese so weak. I mean, of course they would trade well versus the Cavalier, but they kind of can't step onto the battlefield without dying here.
Now, I honestly wish that the Cavalier would go elsewhere, but this Hussar mass that we have not leaded to yet is growing over here. There's only a few Cavalier left on the field for AT Legends, but his economy is solid behind this, so he will have to be careful there, as the armies will come in.
Yep, an excellent job not showing this army until just now, when it's going to very easily clean up all the skirms. And I think OK Gens is going to have a moment here where he has an absolutely huge military advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking pretty solid here. Pikemen also being added, though, for AT Legends, so trying to shift into that as well. But military numbers definitely favoring OK Gens at the moment.
Yeah, but that fight actually did not go as well for him as I thought. AT Legend mixed in the Cavalier real nicely, and it seems like the Hussar ended up just kind of dancing with the Cavalier so much, while, it looks like still a dozen skirms are left in the mix here.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. Main fight in the middle here, obviously. We have trebuchets coming forward, and now the military for AT Legends has just disappeared. I mean, again, these golds are his only golds on the map as well, so he has to fight this if he wants to stay in this and produce any sort of gold unit.
Yep, and he's kind of signaling that to the opponent. When you see a bunch of Vils taking gold in the middle of a battlefield, really shows how desperately the player wants it.
Yeah, I mean, golds, there's like he does have a gold. We'll look away quickly. He did just find a gold on the right-hand side of the map, so he is trying to hold out there. It's just, this castle's going to go down. The Genbo, Elite Genbo, still in mass here. Cavalier still being pushed out slowly. I believe has made a couple here. I don't know if that was just habit and whatnot, but they're obviously not in a great place here. I think just going Skirm Pike at the moment and saving his gold might be the way to go here.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like a comp that could win the game. Maybe it could stall this battle right here.
Neither player collected a single relic yet this game. Something we'll have to pay attention to if that gets too much later in the game here. Gold is rapidly drying up here for both players, and obviously they're spending it. So if it comes down to full trash, I guess you prefer Italians still, right?
I mean, Civ match aside, I think that AT Legend is the superior macro player. I guess I have more faith in his, long game play. There's also something about a player who goes for the Genoese Death Ball. I feel like they're going to be slower to adapt to the late game, whereas AT Legend has shown, he's going out to take the extra gold. He likes to go in and raid at the sides. OK Gens seems like kind of a tunnel-visioned, unique unit archer type player, and I guess I question how well he's going to be able to transition to a post-int game.
Yeah, I mean, things are getting worse here in the middle, but luckily he has taken almost all the gold. There's less than 150 gold on this stack in the middle now, so he did get away with most of that gold there. The gold pile over here, also AT Legends was taking, but he's no longer able to. Hussar are now setting over here. They know this gold pile is here, so probably going to go try to deal with that. I will heal you. Thank you for the raid, man. Appreciate it. It's interesting the position we're in here.
Yeah, it actually looks like OK Gens might be just taking it in this moment. AT Legend has no standing army. A lot of his units are kind of queuing into their death. He's going to really need to step back and recompose if he's going to have any chance. All right. Well,
so, we have our answer. OK Gens takes it. He found the gold over here, and potentially that, along with losing so much on the front. Honestly, he's going to be having wood issues soon too. Getting pushed in the center here. Genbo, such a beautiful unit against Berbers. Cannot complain.
Yeah. I guess, I saw a community game where Geo, who will be playing later, just went pretty much pure Genbo, and it performed really poorly against a variety of different armies in a free-for-all. But in a Civ matchup where the enemy really wants to go Cav, Genbo is a beastly, unique unit.
Sure. And with that, we will have to pull the maps Civ draft back up. We will game number 2 here, which we have the maps listed below for you. So Not Me is AT Legends, so it looks like Arena next up, and we had the win for Italians and loss for the Berbers here. Be back in a second, guys. We'll load into the
Alright, I am loaded whenever you're ready.
Oh, Capture Age is liking to give me problems. Alright, guys. Alright, Jabari, you ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go. Arena. This is Jabari's job. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy.
Yep, thank you for letting me intro Arena. So here we have OK Gens as the Indians. Not a common Arena pick whatsoever. Maybe it's the same logic that he had going into the last game. He realized from the Civ draft that AT Legend loves cavalry. He looked at his Civs and said, what counters cavalry? And, if he correctly guessed that AT Legend would be going Franks, Indians is actually an excellent choice. And then in the gray, on the other side, we have AT Legend as the Franks. They're notable for building a lot of castles, going for cavalry, and throwing axemen. Versus Indians, cavalry is kind of a bad option. It will just, underperform terribly versus the camels. And, the castles and the throwing axemen, those are kind of just like the thing that give them a little bit of an edge. If you're not able to go for heavy cavalry whatsoever, Franks feel really bad.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice for sure. I'm laughing because OK Gens in chat is saying how horrible it is to see his mistakes on the screen, but this is just a learning opportunity, good sir. But
yeah, yes. Yeah, his play in the first game was like very solid. I mean, it kind of looks a lot like what I would do. I don't mean to criticize much.
I mean, it's it's difficult to play the game and realize your mistakes, and then you watch it back and you're like, well, I figured I had this as an issue, but maybe this was my issue. No auto scout. AT Legends is upset, but all in all, it's just another way to look at your games, and hopefully you enjoy. Indians are definitely preferred in this Civ matchup. I don't believe there is any question about this. I don't know what Franks can do against Indians. Indians 100% counter Franks in almost every way, I believe, correct?
I mean, if cavalry doesn't come into play, Franks have a comparable early game eco bonus. If you want to go into some sort of strategy that depends on aggressive castles, Franks can do better in that regard. I mean, it's not like super dominating, but you know, it's one of those situations where you definitely have to alter your game plan based on the matchup. You can't just go for your Civ specialty as you normally would.
Yeah, I really think that it's got to be some really thought out strategy here, right? Franks, we've seen Franks picked on Arena in the tournaments that I've hosted in the past, and it still confuses me. I feel like they are not a top tier Civ for Arena whatsoever, so awkward. But maybe, you know, this is AT Legends home map, so potentially a plan that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, I mean, most commonly you see the Frank player try to go for a big boom into cavalry on Arena. I mean, we keep saying how bad that is. Maybe he has a way to make that work versus camels. I don't know. He's not showing any signs of wanting to do some sort of castle play, so I guess he'll probably play it pretty orthodox.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. Obviously, Arena is a bit of a foreign stranger to me. I'm not good with Arena builds. It's not my thing. But the more I watch it, the more I feel like I have a few different ideas of what I'll do on Arena next time I play it personally. But pushing the deer here, very nice for OK Gens.
You say very nice, but look at how many huntables he has going on at the same time here. This is actually a little bit too fast of a push. He's got a lot of meat rotting away here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. But again, it's not his home map either, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, at least he knows to push them, and did so. Map looks pretty solid. Relics, maybe just ever so slightly this relic is closer to OK Gens if that comes into play. Indians, another thing I don't know if we've really talked or touched on. The cheaper villagers really benefits Indians in so many ways. Very, very good bonus civilization. And I think if Hitch is around, it brought up the possibility of elephant archers yet. Calling out Hitch.
Elephant archers do not look especially attractive in this matchup. But yeah, Indians have a lot of tools here. If the opponent does go for Axemen, Indians have a unique tech that gives extra range to their hand cannons. Hand cannons being recently buffed are like pretty performant against just everything, and they absolutely shred infantry. If AT Legend ends up facing Camel Hand Cannon, I don't know what Frank does against that.
Yeah, and even like with throwing Axemen, hand cannons well against them because they're classified as infantry, correct? So
100%, yeah.
It's even a counter to their unique unit as well, and we're gonna see a faster uptime. Nope, really, it's about the same uptime. Actually, almost identical, which is quite impressive on itself. Both players going up at 25 pop. Idle time identical for both at 10 seconds. I mean, it's looking like a pretty good situation here. 4 farms coming down for OK Gens. Same on the other side for AT Legends. It's like these guys are just playing a mirror matchup right here.
Yep, and OK Gens having that barracks foundation out shows that he wants to go for scouts. I think it's like kind of standardly accepted to be the meta optimal way to play, to make a few scouts and test relics. Looks like AT Legend wants to play the long game. Shows all signs of just booming, going for relic control. maybe he has some knowledge that we don't about this Civ matchup.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Hitch, though. I feel like castle drops early, full castle may be the only thing here. Heck, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, the castle's what I would have gone for, but he is just 100% not on course for that.
Yeah, what does he have to shift to put, like 8 villagers on stone at this point to have enough? Well, it is Franks, though, so maybe he can do it with 5? He goes stone almost immediately here.
I suppose it's possible, but it would surprise me.
Well, we'll see what happens. Castle Age clicks for both upgrades immediately behind this for OK Gens. Not so much here, but AT Legends does get the farming upgrades for free. Tech Chariot seedings have all been pretty good thus far from what I gather. We have only a small sample size this far of games in. This is round of 32 and round of 64 that we're casting this week, although the round of 32 players do have a little extra time to play those games. Round 1 is technically only the round of 64, which is only like 5-6 matchups in total.
Yep. I like calling it the round of 64, though. It makes the tournament seem bigger.
I mean, it's a good size. 37, 38 participants? Can't complain.
Yep, and I mean, I think that a lot of them are well-matched, serious participants. It looks like we might have only 5 drops or something like that, which is pretty good for a tournament of this size. And what we're seeing from the players so far, they all seem serious. Yeah, their general conduct and attention to detail just with admin things seems better than in the low elo bracket.
Absolutely. And if you guys are wondering, if you guys are watching your games at this point on, we will be changing your in-game colors to this beautiful yellow and gray color to match the sponsors' colorations. If I could find a black mod that works, we'll change this gray to black.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it for the audience now. Mark me, man. We're going to get a huge plug from the Banano people, and the Open Division is going to be a very top-tier tournament. I'm going to try and take that seriously, hold myself to that. Let's keep the Banano branding strong. I'm going to put together some sort of presentation for the Banano people begging for funds. And you know what, man? I think that we are actually putting up a pretty good proposition. We're really doing a lot to promote Banano. They got a bunch of Banano that they're supposed to give away to the community. I think giving it to our prize pool here would be an excellent use of those funds.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, thus far, this is an entirely Jabari and community-driven prize pool. So, if we can get them to participate in that as well, it could be quite good. Monastery here for AT Legends. Monastery a little farther back for AT Legends. OK Gens has his.
Yep, and it looks like OK Gens, did he skip a stable himself? That's going to make fighting for relics a lot harder. As OK Gens unfortunately loses a monk to the monkey here. Ooh, that hurts so bad.
That does. He's going to have Spearman as an option here. Monkeys
Spearman
and Scouts.
Yeah, Spearmen don't cut it here, man. The monks just convert them so easily.
Yeah, it's not pretty. The relic battle coming down here, though, soon. Monarch just now coming out for AT Legend. And I will heal you. We will work on that. Franks?
AT?
Go ahead.
I'm saying AT Legends looks like he's kind of doing this properly, going out with the scouts. It's not too important to be super fast with the monks, as you saw there. A monk without proper map control secured, is incapable of taking a relic. AT Legend, I would guess, is going to probably bring in at least 3 of these.
I mean, thus far, it's looking pretty good. Can't complain. Gonna be 1 for 1 to start, but maybe spears on that one. Scout down here on the southernmost one for AT Legends. No monk headed there just now, though. Right now, just a standard struggle for the relics. The arena style, the arena way.
Yep, relics in boom, which I guess suggests that both players are choosing to make this a late game fight. AT Legends as the home Mac picker, I'm actually feeling like he must have some trick up his sleeve. There's no way that he would, just suicide this, planning to go full cavalry into what we expect to be full camel.
Now Spearman gonna take out a monk here, and just in time, really, it looks like. And Villager's even coming out. He wants this relic quite badly, so it is pretty important for him to take at least 2. See if he's able to do it here. Yeah, arena. We boom, and we bring in relics. Seems to be very common nowadays.
Yeah, that's how it's done. I think both of these civs do get bombard cannon, if I'm not mistaken.
I know that Franks do, and I believe that Indians do, but I am not 100% on that one. They have to. They get hand cannons, right? So.
Yep, I mean, those don't always come together, but they do both get it. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're going to see ourselves an old-fashioned post-imp arena fight.
Yep, it looks like it will be 3 relics for OK Gens, 2 here for AT Legends. So at least the split was not too bad here. Good for both to fight on, try to grab them.
Yep, I'm surprised OK Gens was able to get the better of that. He's just a little bit behind in Vills, but 1 relic is definitely worth more than a Vill or 2, if you ask me.
Yeah, but that said, his economy is looking so good. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank. He's going to be able to, if he stops producing villagers soon, wheelbarrow coming in, he'll be able to click up very soon. And on the other side, it is a 4 TC boom. Rez not looking as good in the bank here.
Yeah, I mean,
stone. He's on stone.
AT Legend does have more vills. He already has wheelbarrow. I mean, I guess he's just getting the wood upgrade now, which actually hurts a ton. The economies are comparable. It seems like nobody's going to have, a huge advantage with bringing the imp army much faster.
Yeah, and this is going to be that forward castle, and it's going to be where? That's the question.
Yeah. He is going to be behind in the click to imp, so an aggressive castle is not necessarily the best option.
Yeah, luckily his opponent is only on stone with 4. There comes a stable down. This is a very nice castle forward here, and it will take this stone and this gold out of availability. AT Legends will probably start mining some of that for himself, which would be a good position to hold. I just curious to use the back close to his base as well.
Yeah, if you say that's a nice castle, but unless he's able to follow up the imp timing closely, the castle is going to be defenseless to cannons or trebs if OK Gens goes for either.
No, true. I mean, it's just, it will buy him time at the very least, and I'm glad it's at least this far forward and not sitting right at home.
Yeah, and as I say that, I noticed OK Gens doesn't have a castle nor a siege workshop, so perhaps he's not going to be able to bring anything against the castle anytime soon.
Yeah, he's actually shifting on to what looks to be just full stable play, which makes sense here. Castle will be noticed immediately. No two-handed swordsman today, and it looks like he will be clicking up. Like villager production has stopped, so he's just awaiting for the food and gold to be in. Will be clicking up. So will not be too far behind. Some beautiful walling behind this with just a few gates. Prevent anything from coming in. There's the castle. Looks like it was purchased. The rest of it needed here, so we'll have an advantage in the Treb War.
Yep. I approve of purchasing the castle here. I mean, you just have a golden opportunity while you're an imp and the opponent isn't. He is kind of wasting it, only building it with 4 vills.
A barracks?
Possibly.
Wait, sorry, barracks? Frank? Infantry?
Yep.
All right, I'm not against it here. It's gonna be interesting. And ooh, AT Legends actually targeting this gate, so he's trying to put the pressure on with this here, even though there's no military follow-up yet. I like this, making him invest more into these walls yet again.
Yep, the barracks are actually brilliant. He's blind countering the camels that OK Gens is making in anticipation of knights. AT Legend does not have a very gold-heavy eco, like basically just enough on gold for like techs and maybe a treb. AT Legend is going to be fighting Halb versus Camel. So it turns out that the Frank player is going to be the one actually bringing the counter in the early fights here. As we were saying, Indians have what they need to deal with infantry. They get, I think their skirms are missing a blacksmith upgrade, but they have hand cannons with +1 range. But OK Gens is not tacked in that direction whatsoever, and he's not going to be able to pivot so quickly.
Yeah, and actually they get full upgrades on their archer line, both offensively and defensively. It is the Franks who are missing the last upgrade in each, so skirmishers would be a very viable option here.
Interesting. I think that they had full archer upgrades when they first released the Civ. Then they removed the final archer armor. I remember because I was like really trying hard to go for that +1 range hand cannon mass with them. But I guess I just checked the tech tree. They do have full upgrades on their skirms.
I'm not sure when they put that back, but it is gonna work out just fine. They did remove Arbalest, that is correct, Yo-Yo Dude. They did have Arb, and Indians were just way too OP back then. But now those are gone. Halberdier on its way in. Treb number 2 out for OK Gens. Treb number 2 still on its way out here. Conscription following it up. Cavalier, Halb, and Chemistry Tech coming in. Unfortunately, neither player prioritizing architecture or hoardings in this castle battle. Could have been rather important, but like AT Legends will probably lose this castle. Not enough vills here to deal with this. It goes down.
Yep, and we just saw OK Gens actually tech into Parthian tactics, signaling, Cav Archers. For a second I was hoping it would be Elephant Archers, but Cav Archers is actually a really good play here. Cav Archer, Camel, AT Legends blind counter here, never actually got a chance to engage versus the Camels, and now these Halbs are looking a little silly if they're in the face of Cav Archers.
Yeah, it's not great. Repairs will come in, it looks like just in time to save this castle for OK Gens. Those villagers wouldn't have got there, that castle would have gone down. Good Halb numbers still, nonetheless, and Cav Archers are better with mobility. So, the Halbs are still going to be quite the threat. Cav Archers are already upgraded a bit, but not entirely. Still missing Bracer, the last armor upgrade, and no heavy Cav Archer just yet.
And actually, in these numbers, Halbs are a threat to Cav Archers. You'd have to use all your APM kiting for days, to take a good fight versus the Halbs. And if AT Legend's willing to replenish them, you're not really losing anything by just suicide diving your Halbs at a bunch of Cav Archers.
Yeah, and there are Cavalier here as well, so I like the double gold comp coming in from OK Gens, but how sustainable is it really going to be here? That's the real question. This is a huge ball of Halb. Villagers may get caught out here, running over here to build this town center. Actually, the spears are still here, so Halbs will finally take an engagement. Nope, not patrolling. No. Okay, something there. But, I don't know. Very even game. AT Legends just with such a bigger military count at the moment. Although it is mostly Halberdier.
Yep, and OK Gens crucially missing ballistics. He was very late to get it in the previous game. I personally get it the second I hit Castle Age every single game, so it hurts so much to see this. I feel like missing ballistics literally cuts the damage output in half.
Yeah, it's not ideal. This town center will actually go up with one villager, it looks like, the remaining there. And now that the Cav Archers are here, the Trebs not being able to move out because the army is not able to defend. This is a beautiful position, though, as this will be very difficult to push. Paladin!
Yeah, but
ooh, okay. Frank Paladin against regular Cav Archers. This is not a great matchup for the Cav Archers.
Yep, and I think the Paladin is okay against small numbers of heavy camels, but I mean, if you're going Paladin as Franks, you have to kind of win with your first push of them here. If you give OK Gens a chance to actually like fully upgrade and pop up with camels, I mean, it's just what we've been talking about all game. They'll trade extremely ineffectively.
I don't know. The camel's not fully upgraded. They also missed that last blast armor, and there are halberdier in the mix. So these paladins, assuming the halbs survive, is looking like they're not going to, although they are getting rather close to these cav archers. This is not a trade you want to take here. Paladin could be huge, and he is saving them on purpose. Oh, he's gonna go take the trebs. He's gonna take the trebs. Yeah, this is not good trade for OK Gen's gonna lose all the trebuchets here. There will be halberdier here too. Paladin upgrade not even in yet, but all trebs go down. I actually am kind of curious what we're gonna see here, because the upgrade of heavy CA is expensive and it has not been clicked yet, and he has the res for it, and I think he desperately needs that here. Parthian,
he desperately needs camels, man. Heavy CA are not going to do well versus halbs and this many paladin. OK Gens for some reason has a mono army. Okay, now he queues them.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, he's diving for the bombard cannons.
I approve, man.
Yeah, he gets in not much damage.
Yeah, cavalry archers are so good at diving for bombard cannons. As a Turk player, I hate facing cavalry archers for that exact reason.
We're gonna see Imp Camel and Paladin in one game. Beautiful. Let's go.
Yep, definitely the right move here. I mean, it's, the Indians' ideal comp. It's not only is it a great counter to the cavalry, it's kind of like a Paladin Junior as well. Just like an extremely high-statted unit.
Yeah, heavy CA on its way in too, and all these will be fully upgraded. This will be as fully upgraded as one can go here, as the bombard cannons will be caught out though. This is big. 2 bombard cannons for free. Oof. So Imp Camel, about to be fully upgraded. Blast Furnace is about to finish. Heavy CA just now finishes. We're having this tech switch behind this to skirm, most likely. And, yeah, I don't know. It's such a high-stakes bargain now. Imp Camel versus Paladin. And I think I favor Heavy CA over the Halberdier at the moment. And he's kept quite the number of them alive. He has 70 military right now. Oh, no, What is this dive? He's trying to dive the gate. Oh, no. Paladin are trapped in here if they don't run.
Yeah, heavy camels just ran by the halbs, losing like half their HP though. That wasn't good.
Yeah, but all the paladin are disappearing. Oh.
You say all the paladin are disappearing, but if you look up at the top left, the total number on the field plus the queue is still quite substantial. Like, 3 or 4 times what OK Gens is fielding in terms of heavy camels.
For the moment, though, I mean, he does have 48 heavy CA. So, another castle goes down here. We're losing those bombard cannons. Definitely not great. And skirmishers being mixed in as well now for OK Gens. Not sure that's neat yet, but about he is going sniping another trebuchet. Big fight here. Middle with a lot of paladins again. Halbs are in though. The halbs are right here. They are very close. This is a really good fight for the halberdiers.
Yeah, this is very tough to call, man. There's like so many units on just a few tiles here. It's like literally difficult to see what's happening.
AT Legends has the HP for sure. He's got way more. Even though there are way more units for OK Gens. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I think a theme across all these fights is that AT Legends just has more paladins in the mix to OK Gens' heavy camels. The Imperial camels are just kind of sprinkled in, whereas for AT Legend, he does have a proper massive paladin here.
Yeah, and now we see Pikeman switch coming in for OK Gens. He's literally teched into everything you could possibly imagine in this game, it feels like.
Yep, I mean, he sees where this game is going. You're gonna want to be able to spam each of your trash options, assuming it becomes a trash war. Better to get these things sooner than to, realize that you want Halberdier only once the gold is dry.
Well, gold is very rapidly running out. Only a little bit left on the map, really. So, those relics they fought for so importantly will be huge here. Skirmishers added into the mix. Now the heavy cav archers not going to be taking as efficient of trades, but low skirmisher numbers for now.
Oh, this is horrible, man. These heavy CA are just like standing and fighting skirms for no reason. Gold conservation's a real thing now. It's going to get to the point where the only heavy CA you'll ever have are this, heavy CA that manage to survive, and just fighting a massive skirms for no reason is not how you not how you preserve that mass.
That gold pile in the south is taken away from OK gens as well. And yeah, this is looking to be AT Legends in a much better position as the other castle goes down here.
Yeah, this is kind of a bit of a macro loss, as Yo-Yo points out in chat. As, you know what, OK Jen's just queued 10 more vills. I mean, he's not falling that far below pop limit. He's actually housed now rather than pop cap, which is pretty ugly.
He lost the castle. Probably doesn't even realize that he was probably not paying enough attention to that, but it's looking really, really rough for OK Gens though, as he's just constantly losing ground, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, he no longer has a single imp camel out. I mean, we kept talking about how well his civ countered the other. That was 100% on the back of Imperial camels. And with 0 gold income and 0 camels in queue or on the field, ranks actually are the clearly superior civ.
Yeah, and I mean, this fight for the heavy CA is needed to try to kill as many paladin as possible, but the heavy CA likely not going to be replaced here. Castle coming up in the north on the production buildings here as archers join the fray, but it's not for long.
Gotta be misclicks for sure.
Yeah. OK Gens, he's doing everything he can. He's spending a lot of resources at home, though. He has no gold. Only golden stone is out in the middle of the map remaining here, and Paladin in the economy. Oh, and we have Frank CA joining the fray as well. So some definite misclicks during this game.
Yeah, CA looking good there.
Yeah, more HP, by the way.
Yep, as AT Legend continues to have just a few Paladin queued as both players finally hit 0 gold income. Unfortunately, though, OK Gen's base is open. That's gonna make this post-imp game really hard. If he wants any chance, he's gonna have to clear this army out of his base and repair his wall.
We have like
AT.
Good.
I mean, it looks like AT Legend is very well preventing that with the castle.
GG, well played from OK Gens as AT Legends takes the game with the forward castle coming and OK Gens tapping out here. And honestly, impressive. AT Legends pulling off a win when we kind of doubted his situation here.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you have a bad Civ matchup or whatever, the thing to do is just do what you were planning all along and what your Civ does best, and hope you can just outperform your opponent by enough to compensate for the Civ disadvantage. AT Legend did just that. And, yep, we do have sad news, though, about the Game 3 here.
Yep. Go ahead. Break our hearts, Jabari. Break our hearts.
At this point in the series, AT Legend withdrew from the tournament, saying that he would be unsure of his availability in the later rounds. Given that, I actually appreciate him dropping out early. It's no big deal for him to do it at this point, but if it was like the quarterfinals or something, as we saw in the low elo bracket, it sucks when people just run deep and then drop for the big sets.
100%. Heartbreaking news. AT Legends coming back here in Game 2, putting on series would have gone to a game 3, but withdrew. So, OK Gens, we'll move on. No game 3 played being necessary. We're going to update the bracket, so if you guys want to avoid spoilers, now would be the time to look. It is a 1-1 technically, but we're just going to make OK Gens the 2-1 winners. 2-1 winners. The dropout, OK Gens, will move on.